a couple of missions, handful of missions. When you complete them, you not only unlock that character to use in the game, but you also unlock custom equipment for Skells. Skells are the big robots that you see. So
And that's
just want to put that out there.
500 yen per?
500 yen per. You can get all the DLC under one bundle in Japan, which is 2,000 yen, roughly $18 depending.
That's
US.
pretty cheap.
Yeah, Nintendo is known for sort of, bundling DLC in a cool way. They did it with Mario Kart. They've done it with Smash Brothers. So we're going to exit out, and we're going to actually jump into the game now. Just wanted to take the opportunity to show you that. We're going to start from the beginning. But we're not going to try and dilly-dally too long on cutscenes. Of course, you probably want to save that for yourselves. And plus, it's in Japanese.
You want to see it in English, too, so you know what's going on. We'll try and figure out what's going on to the best of our ability.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Whoa, okay.
No, I'm kidding. In all truth, and you might want to switch over to me just while this loads, we don't speak Japanese, but I find it a lot of fun to kind of go through. You never told me that.
That didn't do well.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Was this high school or college?
This was college.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't taken classes, but I have played through a lot of forum games before. I do want to point out really quick, too, before we cut back to footage of the game, that the game is playable on the gamepad alone. If you tap and hold your finger to the screen on the gamepad itself, it'll transition down there, and you can basically play through the entire game off TV. One thing I did have trouble with, though, doing that is using the map functions. We're going to start a new game, and the map is crucial. This game really does take advantage of the gamepad in a cool way. So we are going to jump over.
And, of course, if you have questions, comments, or anything in between, you can tweet at us with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive.
Absolutely. So we're not adjusting
I'll be reading
any
them all on
settings.
this laptop here, and I'll be responding to them as best as I can. Whatever you want to ask us, even if it's just like what we had or didn't have for lunch.
Cool. Now, there is an online component to this game, too. Hopefully, we can get to that part, but we're going to go through sort of the intro. Just give you a few seconds of the opening cutscene. Again, not the whole thing. The backstory for this game is that two warring alien races decided to have a battle over Earth. They torched Earth in the process.
Nice.
And
Thanks,
we
guys.
run for it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Space. We're really grateful for your contributions. But we ran off. So humanity took off in a ship that they call the White Whale. Of course, you're not seeing a lot of that yet. This is the more mysterious opening. If you're familiar with the Xenoblade or Monolith Xeno games, you know that they sort of hint at bigger events in the world with, sort of cutscenes like this. Like whatever this thing is floating, there's no context sort of given to it.
That's the thing that we send to space, with like the drawings of man and the woman and the diagrams and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, they came back looking for who made it and decided to
wrote
trash
this?
the place.
Who wrote this?
That said, the director, which I'm forgetting his first name, but I believe his last name is
Tetsuya Takahashi.
Yeah, Tetsuya Takahashi wrote Xenogears, which was available on PlayStation, Xenosaga, which was available on PlayStation 2. There were 3 chapters to that. I believe it's all part of sort of this huge narrative that he's written. He's kind of written his own little Star Wars.
He has. I mean, looking at his biography, I mean, there's like the Xenogears, Snare Rider, Xenogears Episode 1, Episode 2, Xenosaga Pied Piper, Xenosaga 1 and 2, Xenosaga Episode 3, Xenoblade Chronicles, Chronicles X.
Yep, what you're seeing here. Just letting this run a little longer because I do want you to see the scale of some of these cutscenes. Like, it is handled really well. Like, look at that. This is war. This is what it looks like with purple aliens. All right, so we're gonna skip.
Gray aliens, that's fine.
So we're gonna skip this. We're gonna jump into where you pick up as the player. So before you can play Xenoblade X, you do have to create your avatar.
Oh,
so we're gonna.
boy, my favorite part.
Yeah.
Any
Now,
RPG.
we have talked about this in the past, but the art direction on the characters themselves not so hot. At least you'll see a little more what I'm talking about when we get into the game itself. You want a male or a female avatar?
This is always a hard one. Can we flip for it?
Do you have a coin? I don't have a coin here.
I don't. Like we can.
Let us know, boy or girl.
Let's see if anyone actually is.
Tweet at. Who are they tweeting at exactly? Just tweet with the hashtag?
Yeah, IGN, at Raga_Fraga, at Jose_Otero.
Well, I'm not checking my phone. But make sure you include the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, and we'll sort of try to get your say in this. And we'll also answer your questions, the ones that we can't answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Just pick a girl. Everyone likes girls.
Go with girl?
Girls
Okay.
cool.
Let's go with the female. All right, so we're going to go through hairstyles.
Her eyes look kind of creepy.
Yeah, and you
like
can...
robot eyes.
Well, these are sort of presets, so we're just going to jump through... let's see this one.
She looks angry.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, let's go with this. I can
Silver hair,
make this
silver
work.
eyes. All right.
Yep. All right.
I can deal with that.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so now we have to go through some additional categories. So let's look through.
Also, if you can read any of this, tweet at us with the hashtag.
Oh, stop it! No, I've done this already. Don't diminish how far I've gotten in this
Sorry,
game.
you're the expert on.
To some degree.
Making sense of
Not
all
so great.
this.
So these are freckles. Clearly, we're gonna keep moving. Sort of. I want to keep these the way they are.
Okay. Ooh, scars.
We can have scars.
Everyone loves battle scars. Let's put that.
No, we'll leave that.
Really?
Okay.
No battle
Yeah.
scars?
No, we'll put a mole. Why not?
All right.
Because.
Sure.
All right, let's move over to the next category.
His hair.
Start
His
playing
hair.
around with hair.
Oh.
These are variations on this hair length, which they have. So if you want to make something a little different. Wow, she looks like a Final Fantasy character. Isn't this the guy in 15? Sorry.
Shots fired.
Maybe. I didn't mean that. All right, so moving forward, what color should we go with here?
Which degree of gray?
No,
like the
there's
green
more colors. You can go through the whole spectrum and see what you want to use. Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
Reds now, purple. I'll go
We're
purple.
getting into crazy Japanese territory.
Yeah, let's go blue.
All right.
I'm in that kind of mood today.
The blue
All right, and then one more tone. Oh, it's a two-toned hairdo.
The Skigu says female was the right choice to make.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, I'm glad we can help you out.
Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing it. Shakikon Gaming says he had the audio muted at the start of the stream. Could you repeat what you said about the DLC?
Oh, that there is DLC.
There is DLC. It's there's different character packs you can buy. There is some free upgrades that make things run better.
Yep. Check out these eyes.
Whoa.
Yep. So the free DLC is essentially if you install it on your hard drive. Whoa, that's creepy. Should we do it? It might be too creepy
like
for a
cat
live
eyes.
stream. You like the cat eyes?
Like,
okay.
It's like Japanese Geralt.
So off the bat, the DLC comes in a couple of options. The first is that you can install certain packs on your hard drive to speed up loading. All right. So that is why those exist. That's why they're there. Well, let's. Ooh, I like that eye color. Sorry, we're breaking up as we talk about this. The other DLC is optional. Some of it is for sort of speeding up the rate with which you acquire materials. I think we're done. Let's just cut to the chase here.
All right.
Is that cool?
She looks nice.
Yeah. All right. I
So
think
she's
we're ready
seeing
to go.
things with her crazy eyes. Crazy cat alien eyes.
Yep. All right. So let's exit out. Yeah. So the other DLC are optional packs. Some speed up the rate which you can acquire materials. Others, or help you get them in more abundance. Others have to do with new characters. And playing those character-specific DLC not only gives you that character, it'll give you additional customization for the Skells, the big robots that are in the game. So you are a survivor from the White Whale, which we cut away from, but it's this massive ship that basically escapes Earth in the middle of the Exodus, this big war that's happening
Screw
on the
this,
planet.
we're going.
Yeah, we're out. So you are a survivor in a life pod. Your life pod, you're sort of in suspended animation. Your life pod is being opened for the first time by Alma. Alma is a very creepy-looking supporting character. She's one of the characters that, unfortunately, I feel with some of the character art direction, the humans, I'm not really impressed by some of the ways they look. The world looks great. The creatures to me look absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the characters. If you're a fan of the characters, tweet at us. Defend this. IGN plays live with that hashtag. Let us know what you think.
I will reserve my judgment till I see this in action because I haven't really seen too much of this.
Okay, cool. So your first time. So make sure to ask some questions.
Oh, yeah.
But the hook to Xenoblade X, and this is a cutscene here. I'm just letting this roll so you can actually get a good look at Alma in all of her. Let's see. Here she comes. But the hook behind Xenoblade is this is a massive open RPG with 5 continents that are actually available from the start of the game.
Wow.
Well, we're not in focus yet.
Continents are?
Oh, wait till you see. They're really big.
We talking like
really
Witcher
massive.
3 here, or like?
I haven't played enough Witcher
GTA?
3 to really justify, and I'm still going through GTA. I'm gonna let you be the judge.
Okay.
But there is a lot of space to run in, and a lot to see. Actually, I don't know. I guess Alma's growing on me a little bit here, but
Like that.
I don't know. It's something. I guess it depends on your taste, and I'm still
Yeah.
just not super impressed with it.
I mean, like if you're used to those like crazy, most realistic graphics possible fidelity of like Xbox, PS4, PC, you might be turned the wrong way with this stuff. But
Absolutely.
Nintendo has a way of going with their own style,
Okay.
which they can output well.
Yep.
Uh,
So we need a name. What name do you want? Quick. First one pops into your head.
Otera, because you like that name.
Oh, wow. Okay. Otera. Let's go with
Oh,
that.
I like that. Otera.
All right. Let's do it. So we're going to hit OK. We have a name.
Of course, not she sounds like she's a crazy robot Irish person.
Mm-hmm.
Call me Otera.
It's all good. So you do have these moments in the story where they ask you for a response and you have one of two choices. You have no voice, though, in cutscene, but you do have a voice in battle. You actually, we skipped in the customization, but you do pick a voice for your avatar because the characters communicate with each other and you see them speak, or you hear them speak, excuse me. And part of it plays into the soul voice system, which we're going to get into when we actually do combat.
So it's kind of like Fire Emblem in a way, where you had voices when you were attacking, but not really dialogue.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, actually. It's very much like that. So we're going to go through the opening sections. I'm going to try and not skip the cutscene that's going to happen in a little bit, because I want you to just see how big of a world we're talking about here.
Okay.
Because it is pretty massive. So just to give you a rundown, we have obviously our mini-map in the corner. This is just an early tutorial section. You can switch between gun and blade at a button press. Right now, you're sort of a neutral basic class, but later on, as you level, you get sort of more choices there as you sort of level up your character.
How many classes would you say
I think there's 3 so far that I've seen, but there are variations on each class. You can sprint, you can jump really far, and they don't really give it context why you're such a superhero. Yeah, well, I guess gravity's different
exactly.
here. Yeah,
that's my best thing to say.
That's our answer, and we're sticking to it. All right,
you can use it for
we're going to skip this cutscene. Just jump ahead a little bit. So we're in our first battle. So to battle, this is very similar to Xenoblade, where you target with the R button, and then you press A to basically initiate the attack. Now you're going to look at the bottom. There's a bar. This is sort of my options in combat. But like right now, Alma's wrecking.
While you're doing what you're doing.
But when you see those icons flash, that's the soul voice system, which is my teammates are telling me, hey, use this attack now. This would actually be beneficial.
They prompt you for better strategies.
They do. One of my frustrations with Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii, or you can get that on new 3DS, was that there was a teamwork-based element, but it was kind of hard to line up the attacks sometimes unless you use like the overpowered like special attack, because then you actually chain the attacks yourself.
But that.
Yeah, there were certain like attacks that will stagger, for example, and you want your teammate to do that first, or you want to initiate that so your teammates capitalize on it. The soul voice system takes advantage of that, which I think is really cool. And they just sort of prompt you like quickly, hey, do this. But it doesn't feel like orders at the same time, because the minute you do get it, you get a health boost. You can get other buffs that are really helpful. And that stuff ultimately like really, really matters. So we got gear, which we're just going to
run, jump, stomp says, how far into the game are you? This is the beginning.
This is the opening of the game. Personally, at home, I have more than 10 hours logged, but I didn't unlock the Skells, and then I got really busy with other things at work. So I'm hoping this weekend to kind of jump back into it. We do want to do a follow-up preview on IGN, talking about Skells, talking about more of the online for you. So just like in Xenoblade, you have these sort of materials that you can pick up in the world. They ultimately will help later on. You don't have to. But the way you move and the way you sort of collect things in the world reminds me a lot of Crackdown to a degree. I don't know if you remember that game. That's a favorite of mine. That game was really, really cool. Let's switch to Blade so you can get a little look at that.
I'm glad you mentioned that soul system, because as someone who doesn't usually play JRPGs, the amount of things that are going on the screen now terrifies me.
Yeah.
Gives me a slight anxiety. Like, there's so many numbers and different tooltips flying around.
No,
so knowing that I have those things at the bottom that say, hey, maybe you should use this now, kind of helps compartmentalize for me.
Oh, no, absolutely. And it ultimately, like, really does help with that teamwork. Like, you'll notice that pause is just really satisfying, and that's when you get those active buffs and whatnot. I almost got killed, actually, during that. My health was pretty low, but we just ranked up. So that's nice. I'm going to get into a few more fights before we move on. This is a level 2 boss. We got a new ability, by the way. Oh, big boy. I did not realize that. All right,
Could you shoot those things in the top of his face?
Yeah, different parts are destructible, although he's a new one. I have not... I've gone through this opening a few times. I don't remember running into him. I'm going to try and stagger him. I just did. Oh, no, he resisted. Staggers are really cool, though, because then you get, sort of damage bonus and whatnot for follow-up attacks. So let's
Air
fire
grenade.
this grenade. He's putting up a fight, man.
There you go.
All right, we got him. Cool. I'm gonna handle business.
You got stuff.
Yeah, you get materials, which again plays into some other parts of the game later when you have to like construct things. There are also sort of wreckage you can pick through. These treasure boxes, as they call them, and you have to mash A to open them.
Beating on it to open.
And there is leveling associated with it, so there are certain treasure boxes you'll find in the world that are a higher level, and I believe that'll level up the more you do it and the more boxes you find. So we're about to so we're about to get into a fight over here.
I like the rain.
At least we should be. Yeah, no, the world looks really good, but you haven't seen nothing yet. They keep it in the dark, so that eyeball means he will aggro if he sees me, so I'm just going to go ahead and do him a favor.
Get the drop on.
Yeah, just get that started. Notice the attack on the right at the bar on the bottom is inactive because I'm too far away, so I got to get closer in order to get that up-close melee attack. The colors do matter in terms of the type of attack, so yellow is ranged, orange is melee, and then I believe green is buffs, if I remember right. So this one, for example, pretty much cues itself off. Let's fire this one off real quick.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
He's still going. Okay, he's staggered right there, and I was able to get Alma to follow up with an attack there. So that's good. Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of that, although when we get later on into the game, it's going to get a lot more difficult because some enemies, we failed, will aggro and just stomp you without even looking at you.
I'm looking
it's
forward
pretty
to
bad.
that.
Yeah. Oh, are you? You want to see?
It's one thing I love about open world games that do this right is that you're encouraged to explore as much as you want, but there are places that will punish you if you go too far, and if you're getting too cocky. Like recently, like Witcher 3, like they have a way where like the main story goes in the map like this, but if you go up or down too much, then suddenly you get like giant monsters that'll one-shot you.
No, and the more I play this game, the more it does fit sort of that framework of, do some exploring, but also be mindful of where you are, be mindful of all these things. So in a few minutes, you're going to get a much better look at this world.
It's gonna be like the
I think
Jurassic
this is the
Park,
cutscene.
like, scene.
Maybe. We may have had a joke about that at my desk. Again, no translation. Sorry, folks. This is still not available in America yet. Nintendo says 2015. Hopefully that's still true, and this game hasn't been pushed. But big open world to be shown here after this cutscene. Like, you're really going to be... I am definitely impressed by the scale of it all. Too early. Wait for the dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Wait for the dinosaurs.
I didn't know there were dinosaurs.
You gotta go for timing if you're gonna go for the joke, right? Oh, fair. No, but you gotta look at this. I mean, this is a big space, and when you see it's seamless, so you can go from you just waltz into the next the next continent.
Wow.
And the art direction for each continent is very focused, very different. Like, you can tell immediately, I'm somewhere else. This is really cool. I mean, her reaction was kind of my reaction when I first saw this.
Okay,
this is your...
That was like a shot-for-shot brontosaurus.
Yep. He's totally out. You don't want to upset him.
I get that feeling. It looks really crazy.
I was showing this to Per Schneider, who is a regular here at IGN, and he appears on our podcast about Nintendo, Nintendo Voice Chat, and he was just like, wow, this is huge.
Hey, United States, we made it home.
Yeah. So that is the sort of where civilization has settled, because we crash landed on this planet, by the way. We didn't set that for context, but during the escape, the white whale gets attacked by aliens, and it drops on the planet. I believe this is Mira, if I remember right.
Yeah. I remember reading that it was Planet Mira.
Yep, definitely.
We have another question from Run Jump Stomp.
Oh, man. I hope we can answer it for you. What's going on?
Can you play on the Pro Controller? Tried?
I have not tried, but I do know that the gamepad and keeping track of all the information would be missing. So I'm not sure if that would make a lot of sense. Fast travel is key for this game. Like, all of it is right on the gamepad itself. So you do want to kind of have that.
I would imagine if they did, not saying they do, if they did, there would be some separate menu option you have to bring up on your screen to go through.
No, I haven't really messed around with that stuff. Sorry, I can't answer that question. But I would say without the gamepad, I feel like losing fast travel that way would be a bummer. Like, fast travel is an amazing, helpful thing for this game, and it really does eliminate... Look how big this space is, right? Like, the having to run around from space to space to space in any open world game eventually gets tiring.
Yeah.
So
the first
it
time's
is
always
cool.
fun. The 80th time, like,
Yes.
okay, I've seen this before.
Exactly.
This cool dinosaurs, whatever. I want to get my way.
Exactly. So I do want to point out to people that that's something that's kind of, they address to some degree.
Plus,
so
I
we're
always
gonna
like-
skip this.
I always like when Nintendo makes good use of the gamepad,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like a lot of games just an afterthought.
Yep.
Or just honking the horn on Mario Kart or whatever. So having the gamepad be useful and integrated to the game, for me, is a plus.
Yep, absolutely. No, I completely agree with you. So just looking around here, you're gonna see. Well, let's not fall off the cliff. I could fall off the cliff, and the fall damage isn't too bad, but you can get fall damage.
Again, that gravity.
Look around though. Like, check this place out. This is a very, very cool looking space. And this is only part of it. If you want to get an overhead view, you actually can do that.
Really?
So this is a sort of a probe camera that you can use to kind of, if you're in the geometry and you're not quite sure how to get to an objective, you could deploy this thing at any time and just sort of take it all in and sort of find the path you need to certain spaces. So I'm just gonna go slow. We got our Brontosaurus friend over there. Yeah, I mean, check that out. This is massive, and this is only a corner of this space. So so what I'm gonna do next, actually, just to kind of speed up what we're going for here, is I am going to go back to the title screen, because what I want to do is load up the save that I had and show you guys sort of a little further in. Again, we don't have Skells. Sorry if you came along for that. Just been too busy, honestly. But we will have a preview focused on a lot of that stuff on IGN for you. So, make sure you visit the site and check that out. Just been really busy myself, so I haven't been able to get to it.
I won't blame you, Jose. It's okay.
Thank you.
Showing me this wonderful world. I
yeah,
I can handle not having the Skell.
Nope, for sure. James, you might want to cut back to us while this connects really quick, since we don't want to have folks staring at a black screen. But what we are doing, once again, is just loading up a save file a couple of hours into the game. I'm going to show you New Los Angeles. I'm going to show you Blade Headquarters. And I'm also going to show you that when you progress to a certain point in the game, you do unlock the online portion of it. And this is a really interesting part of the game, because it's basically the concept, the term I've heard used before is sort of mingle player, and it's the idea that, sure, I believe there is a mode where you can play with other people and sort of chase after monsters, but this is more of a passive version of that, where people's avatars will show up in your world and you can recruit them to be on your team.
Yeah.
You also join a squad and have to, sort of eliminate certain
squad.
Yes, the squad. Well, but the squad is not here, so we're all in our respective games playing, and they basically give us a list of monsters to kill. So I'm going to use fast travel to just jump out into the world, and then I'm going to hold up the gamepad to the screen so folks can get a better look at what's on the map itself, what's on the gamepad itself, and why I feel it's sort of integral to the whole experience of Xenoblade. So we're fast traveling. Again, loading time is significantly faster the minute you have these install packs plugged in. You will see textures pop in, like you saw over there.
What is that thing?
What, this thing right here?
On the left, that giant turtle demon.
Yeah, he's a big boy right there. So let's run forward. So this is a dude character that I made. You may remember it from the preview, actually, that we ran on IGN. So before I do some exploring, I'm going to hold this up to the gamepad, I'm going to hold the gamepad up to the screen, James, so people can take a look. So you'll see here, this is the map that's on screen. I'm going to zoom out, actually, so you can get a pretty good look at scale here.
You got stomped on, by the way, Jose.
Oh, I did? Oh, no, it's not doing anything. Hopefully he doesn't aggro. Does he have an eye over his head? No, he doesn't. Oof. All right, so what I'm going to attempt to do right now is run into the next zone.
That map terrifies me, but it also excites me.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of real estate. I only have a 7.4 completion rate.
All that 7%.
Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, so those guys are all aggro. My level isn't on screen right now. Okay, I'm a level 11, so I'm not going to do too well against these guys. We're going to play a little game of trying to sneak past them all and hope we can get to the next. Yeah, let's get to the next zone. This is obviously night, but you can stop at certain locations to speed up time of day, which is really cool. You can, and that's really helpful because in the first Xenoblade Chronicles, you ran into the problem of, well, this person is only available at this hour. And sometimes that could be really frustrating and hard to kind of jump around in. So the idea that you can, just sort of advance time is really cool.
Check out that moon, though.
Yeah, well, there's actually 3 of them. 1,
What?
2, 3.
What?
Yes, Planet
This
Mira.
planet has everything.
Planet has everything. All right. This changes everything. So let's keep going. I'm going to try and find the trail that'll lead into the next continent to at least show it off a little bit and maybe get a mark there that I can fast travel to so I don't have to think about that anymore. I actually did unlock 2 additional areas at home. Yeah, so we discovered a new area. Let's keep pressing on. Thankfully, there are no aggro enemies here, so this is helpful. Yep. And depending on what quest you're on, and sometimes time of day, you can run into some nasty enemies.
I like that. I like when worlds change from day to night. Like predators come out at night. And
yeah, look at these hops, man. You can jump from half court and
it's
dunk
those
it.
3 moons.
Yeah. Oh, this guy is. Yeah, we have 3. You're really impressed with 3 moons, huh?
Well, it makes sense now with all the crazy gravity.
Let's go here. That's the trail that leads into the next continent, and you can already tell the art direction is going to be a bit different over there. Let's just activate this frontier net spot so that we can now fast travel this location.
Awesome.
So on the gamepad, a bunch of nodes opened up. I'm just holding it up for the sake of showing you, but you see those hexagons there? And sorry this isn't an elegant way of sharing this information with you, but we don't have a way to capture off the gamepad these days. So I do want to at least show you that there's a lot going on the screen.
At Morgborg says Hiroyuki Sawano's score is sounding nice, and I agree.
Yeah,
music's really good.
Some music is really cool. Some, like, I'm not a big fan of the music in in the downtown, like the civilized areas. It's not doing anything for me. But that said, there are some really awesome tunes
Even
in here.
The intro, like the menu music and like
very
the intro
epic
stuff is really good.
Absolutely. So we have wandered into the next continent.
Wow.
Yep. And as you can see, complete change of art direction.
Ooh.
This is not the first
Whoa,
area.
what is that? What was that?
You want to take a look?
Ran you over.
Almost. No, it wouldn't have hit me. Enemies it's kind of like a unicorn. And it's level 24, so don't start none, won't be none. It's kind of the philosophy when you go into.
I gotta say, the creature design is off the chart.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow.
They look so good. So we're gonna come over to this Millennium Vein, or Moranium, sorry, Moranium Vein. I believe is what they're gonna go with.
This real like Metroid Prime 3 vibe.
Yep. So we open up some nodes. Now we can fast travel to the second continent.
Cool.
So I'm gonna fast travel back to the first continent for a quick minute and show you the. Oh, I just actually fast traveled to the location I was already at. Whoops. But that's okay. Let me just go out to the larger map here. Actually, James, I'm gonna cut to this one more time just to show one more thing on the gamepad, if that's okay. So if you look, I'm just gonna hold this up. So you see the continents on the map itself as one of the options. And you do see, I'm going to move over a little bit. Thanks, James, for the direction. And you can see there are like 6 locations, like squares that you can jump to. Those are locations in town. And that's part of the fast travel system is really helpful because if you're working on quests or you're grinding away on quests, it does kind of take away the chore of, well, I've got to go all the way back to this place.
Across the entire planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're going to head over to Blade's office, actually. So I'm going to skip travel there.
If you know this, Jose, but
Oh.
Shaka Khan Gaming says, speaking of online play, will my role or class affect any online play, or are we never involved in combat together?
I'm still figuring that part out. There is some information out there online, but unfortunately, I haven't done it myself. Again, we've been a little busy over here. You know, this little thing called E3 is right around the corner, and hopefully, during that E3, we're going to finally get a date for this game in North America. So, yeah, I haven't been able to really get to that portion. Been a little busy, but I believe it's out there.
Some info that I've found says Squad Quest can be played with up to 4 human players via online co-op.
That's what I've heard.
Also with AI.
Yeah, I just haven't done it myself, and that's been the barrier. And
so
a couple
I would
of
say
that.
For now, maybe.
Yeah.
That factors in.
Oh, absolutely. So this is not one of my favorite songs. I will say that right now. It's just some strange, like, hip-hop, if you want to call it that.
It's like...
But this is Blade. This is Blade headquarters, and this is an organization that is sort of charged with helping sort of the way of life for these survivors and sort of charting the planet and making this place safe for everybody. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit. Also,
is that a Skell?
It might be. I just want to point out that you can zoom the camera in and out. That is a Skell. You can zoom the camera in and out as much as you want, and probably outdoors is a better place to do this. I just remembered that I could. Yeah, but you can also zoom it in so far that it almost feels like a first-person game, but it actually isn't. The camera is just right close to over your right shoulder. But I'm going to walk around in this camera mode just to give you a better idea of scale and of the world itself. And yes, this is a Skell, which I do not have yet, and it's killing me.
Just take it.
I want.
No
Yeah,
one's
just jump
looking.
in.
His
Grand
back
Theft
is
Skell.
turned.
Let's do it. We're gonna jump right in here. No, that's not. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. Oh, this is another one of the. These are actually 2 additional characters from the story. I'm forgetting her name off the top of my head, though. If you can look that up.
I got it.
I
got it.
I'm a little behind. It's been a while for me.
All right, so we have Elma. We also have Linley.
Yes.
Is the girl on the right,
Yep.
and in the middle is Tatsu.
Yep. Yeah, and Tatsu,
He's like Ricky.
you know, his race has appeared in Xenoblade Chronicles before, and if you played Smash, you might recognize him as
Ricky.
part of Shulk's Final Smash. You know, his race or his character type. Okay, so I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. So yeah, you see a lot of people sort of wandering. You can pick up quests. You can buy and sell things here. Oh wow, that Skell's moving in the background. They're also just like in Xenoblade Chronicles, sort of events that happen based on your relationship with certain characters and if you've met the qualifications or not to sort of have that event happen. You can develop an arms company, although that's not the exact name, but you're developing a company to basically build weapons and research certain things, which is really cool.
Find your own buddy, then customize it.
Yeah, there's a lot of English still
Where do we find him?
wandering around. Let's not talk about that. You're going to make me sad. And they just throw them around. You can just
Teasing
find
me
them
with these
everywhere. Yeah,
Skells.
teasing you all over the place with these Skells. Let's go to downtown New Los Angeles, just so you can see the suburbs. This is what the burbs look like when humanity flees the planet. And you're going to see some pop-in. Obviously, if that bugs you, you're going to be sad to find out it is a part of Xenoblade, sadly. But that said, the scale and everything that it goes for so far, at least, is really good.
Atlon's PS says, did we install the faster loading packs?
We did. We brought that up earlier in the stream. I did install all of the packs that I could.
That was a pretty quick fast travel.
Yeah, it takes up, I believe, 18 gig, up to 18 gigs because it's piecemeal, right? Like one of them's 2. I think most of them are 2 gigs, and then one of them is 3 gigs. So it's pretty beefy. It's going to take up a lot of space on your Wii U internal hard drive, or you already purchased a hard drive for your Wii U, because if you've been buying digital, you know that 32 gigabytes is not enough space, sadly. Yeah, you learned that lesson with like Wonderful 101 or Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Those were really big games.
These are very regular buildings.
Yeah, this is where,
for lack of a better word,
the sci-fi art direction kind of takes a backseat a little bit here.
It's crazy. It's
like
so jarring.
We took a little piece of LA with us. Yeah.
They literally just took a chunk of LA and brought it into space.
Yeah. But people still dress like they're from another planet, as you can tell, judging by her attire.
There's a little mix. That guy's got a nice little suit on.
Yeah, so we're just going to walk around a little bit. Once again, we're playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is out in Japan. It's been out in Japan for over a month. It's coming out in Europe, Australia, and the United States in 2015. Still no. You got a problem? Still no release date for this game
Starting fights
yet.
in the streets.
But Nintendo has said they plan for it to be a 2015 game. So I'm going to run around a little. We brought palm trees. There's no collision on cars, by the way, in case your reality was just shattered when I did this.
I was going to chuck it to the moon.
I don't know why he slows down. He can't do anything to me. All right. Oh, we've got mini malls. We've got those too.
And of course, if you have questions, we'll try our best to answer them if you send them to at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive on Twitter.
Yep. See an overhead view, just because I never get tired of doing this.
It's like instant Google Maps Street View.
Yeah. Imagine. Wait till Apple Watch does this.
Just throw it in the air.
That will change everything. Oh, there goes the suburbs over there. I don't believe there's a way to zoom. Yeah, there isn't. It's just more of a, hey, look over there.
Still a really neat feature.
Yeah, we'll run over there before we start trying to handle and do some quests.
At Megamark9999 asks,
it's a lot of nines.
Yeah. How does the day-night cycle work? Is it based on real life time? Or what's the ratio of
I think it's half an hour for a full day. I want to say when we first saw this game, Nintendo let us go hands-on with the Japanese build before it came out, and I want to say so. Marty Sleva, fellow IGN editor, was with me, and I think it was about half an hour.
Yeah, looking at the clock in the top right, every minute is about a second, or even less.
Yeah.
So I would say that's 24 minutes.
Yeah. So
If it is a second.
we noticed that. Ooh, this is gonna be a. Can we cross this bridge? Let's find out. Well, I mean, we're gonna walk on the girder here. Oh man.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
Trying. Let's run. Oh. Okay, we made it. Trying to get to the burbs, man. It's a trip.
Jeez, the
Okay,
morning
let's
commute must be
go this
awful.
way.
I thought my commute was bad.
Well, if I had a Skell, this commute would be so much more interesting
True.
because the Skells, the big robot mechs, can transform into a sort of a ground vehicle, and those are really fun.
So
Just like I was pointing out earlier, that this game reminds me a lot of Crackdown in terms of how much fun it is to run around and how much open space. Well, I mean, it's more open space than Crackdown, but still having open space to run around in. The Skells change everything when you get them.
Yeah, I'm still reeling from the fact you just told me that Skells are also Transformers.
Yes. Oh, it's so cool. And they fly.
Why don't we have one?
Yeah. Oh, man. You're
We
whining
need to
now.
steal one.
Yeah,
I don't
we
care
brought,
what it
we
takes.
brought Church with us.
Wow.
From Earth. We have one of those.
I hope they brought like an internet
Man,
or something.
Nintendo's restrictions on games have changed. It was back in the day you couldn't even put a cross in a
Well, there
for the
was
hospital.
a brief one, and then
Yeah,
that got removed.
Yes, yeah, maybe. Yeah, Japanese version of Earthbound. But I think that had more to do with concerns with the Red Cross coming after them. I don't know for sure. Anyway, here's the suburbs. Oh man, people just park their Skells outside and show them off to the neighbors. That's how you keep up with the Joneses in the year that Xenoblade goes on. I love the art direction on the Skells, and they are completely customizable. There are weapon loadouts. You can there are no classes for the Skells, is my understanding, but based on loadouts, you can make some big changes.
And
to
you
the Skells.
yourself have the class.
Yeah. Just jump through this guy's yard. People have pools too. Hopefully we find one. Yeah, but see, I'm not a big fan of this tune, I have to say. This is not one of the better
it feels
ones.
like it wants to be
Oh man,
something.
the cops parked back here.
Wow.
What's going on? Keep talking. I'm sorry.
It feels like it's trying to be something kind of like in between Phantasy Star or like Beyond Good and Evil. It's kind of like weird, like pop stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have a genre for it, but it doesn't hit me the same way.
And we're in the pool. And they're just having casual conversation.
Hey guys, nice pool. Bye.
Yeah. So once again, we're playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. We're just showing you the main town, which is called New Los Angeles. It's a little piece of home, as you can see. We brought palm trees. We bought pools.
Got a bad parking job.
We bought our mechs with us. Yeah, what is this? There's a Reddit thread for people like this. Did you know that? I don't want to say the word because it's not we're a family live stream. But look up blank hole parking on Reddit, and perhaps you will be amazed.
So screenshot that and put it in there.
Yeah, someone should. All right, so we got any more questions coming in? If you have a question, tweet at us with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, or just tweet with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. We'll find it. Brendan's on the computer.
I'll find it. I'm using this thing right now.
Yeah, looking for it.
Run Jump Stomp asked, do the cities feel alive like the wilds do? It looks like they feel alive in a different sense.
Yeah. One of the things I have noticed is that when you're out in the world of Mira, the creatures stomping around and the herds moving back and forth, that feels really alive. When you come to town, there's a lot less of that. Like, there's a lot of standing around, sadly.
Yeah, there's not action, but it does feel lived in.
Yeah, and you do run into characters who have thoughts from Miiverse, which I believe is what's going on.
Oh, yeah, I see the Miiverse like on the bottom left.
Yeah, or later on you'll see more of that. Maybe that's not the best example. But... yeah, and this music. Okay, I gotta get out of here. There's also emotes.
It's like in a really bad bar.
Yeah, you have emotes for when you're playing with other characters online. Let's just look around at a
challenge
couple of
that
them.
car to a duel. And
what's funny is he won. So, wait. Excuse me. I'm just looking around at these emotes and see what's happening here. He's ready for action.
Battle
that one.
stance.
Which can be... oh, wait. That's right. It's because I have the run button held down. So when you click in run, you kind of get ready to take off.
I like that.
And then if you you click it again, yeah, that one goes.
Your
so
character
there's
looks
a
pretty
nod.
nice. I like the armor on his...
Yeah. Oh, so this is a squad mission. So each creature at the bottom right of the screen, this is part of the squad quest. If we eliminate all of those, the numbers, like the number of creatures for each type, in 39 minutes, we all get materials and bonuses for that.
Oh,
Everyone
in
who's
your
part of the
online-
32-man squad right now.
That, and it's already clicking down. Someone just killed.
Yeah,
someone.
someone's doing work. I think though it does sort of split it off, so you should be participating. Like you're not just gonna sit around and get help on the stuff. They're not going down there. All right.
That was a cartoon moment.
Yeah, it was. Let's get out of here
Are
and
we
go
gonna try
back
and help
to
with
the
the
main
squad,
continent.
Jose?
Huh? Yeah, why not? Let's give him a hand. And I'll try and wander over to the next continent too while
Okay.
we're at it. So we're gonna fast travel out into the main world. This is a big deal for the most part. Again, fast travel is a great help in Xenoblade Chronicles. Like you really can jump around a lot quicker. Ooh, we're gonna.
Speaking of Xenoblade Chronicles,
Ooh.
does this have any of the same mechanics like the Monado had from?
So I've talked about this a little bit on our Nintendo podcast, Nintendo Voice Chat, but so far it does not. And so far I don't know how to respond to that just yet. You're going to see too, I have a lot more abilities to work with down there, by the way, because I have put in some levels. For example, this purple attack will just get his attention. I'll draw his aggro. We're going to use a different build. I'm forgetting the build I chose, so we're going to actually check what it was. We're a couple of levels into that build too right now.
I noticed
but you can see different classes have different styles of weapons that you can get access to. So
like
I have a huge sword I'm working
Your
with
sword
here.
looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I noticed that that aggro attack was literally just him firing in the air to get his attention.
Yes, yeah, just straight up. Okay, so let's actually check what our hold on. So this is roughly 5 hours in, by the way, in case you can't tell from the timer over there. I believe what I'm looking for. No, this is the art set. So the arts are a system that carried over from Xenoblade Chronicles. If you've already played that on Wii, you have different arts you can level up, and you definitely do want to spend the time sort of leveling up and swapping in and out specific arts. I think we have all of them that we have unlocked so far set. Yeah, that's why you see these little sets next to them. But you see we've been leveling them.
Oh, nice.
I do have points to level one right now, so I'm actually going to do it really quickly. All right, we level up that one. And we need 36 for this one. We're not going to do that. 36 for that one. Bummer. Let's check this last one. 4. I'll take it.
All right.
We might even be able to do it twice. All right, you got another question coming in for us?
Still looking for.
Okay.
Why is there no collision detection for the cars?
I don't know.
I don't think it's something you really need. I mean, yeah, it would have been funny, but
Yeah.
the main game is not dodging traffic like GTA.
Yep.
The main game is hunting beasts in the wild.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to equip a skill really quick and equip skills for my other characters. I believe these can also be leveled. Oops. Let me just head on over here. So I'm going to level these. And of course, as with any RPG, these skills are vital to your performance in battle and your performance in other areas of the game. So I'm just setting them really quickly.
It doesn't.
I
There's
forgot
a
to.
lot of options.
Yeah, there's a lot of character building. There's a lot of skill building in this game. It's definitely one that you can see. I can see myself spending a lot of time in this game. And if you played Xenoblade Chronicles, you kind of know what you're getting to a degree. Going back to the question about the Monado, though, the Monado was a really cool thing because it had story context and because it had battle context, meaning that, it's a sword, it's a mythical blade like every RPG has. But it sort of does affect how battles
It
unfold.
did something that changed the
Yeah,
way
you got
battles
to peek
go.
into what was going to come next, and then you had a chance to respond to that. So these are the class changes. So right now I'm Assault class. We have Command, and we have Forcer, and there are other classes that unlock along the way.
So I
Samurai
see
Gun, General Sword.
There's an Assault class, Blast Fencer, Command, Drifter, Elite Planner, Forcer, Full Metal Jaguar. I like the sound of that. Galaxy Knight.
Yeah, we just passed that right here.
Oh, let's be that.
Well, we have to unlock a lot of Forcer in order to do that. I'm a rank 4 right now in Assault, and that's where I've been dumping
So you
a lot
kind
of
of
my
branch
time.
out from one class
Yep.
into other classes.
Yes, and the classes dictate what arts you have available. So you see our arts are down there on the right,
Oh,
and
I
those will
see.
change depending on the other classes. But it's really cool that you can respec and sort of switch off and dump more time into another class if you feel like it. You're never locked in. You even hit a point, I believe I read this somewhere, at one point in the game where you can change genders just because you feel like it.
Really?
Yeah, the main character, the avatar of this game, doesn't really have a huge role in the story the way Shulk did, and I know for some people that's kind of a, or at least it doesn't feel that way. I shouldn't say that flat out because we are kind of playing an import game and we're not getting the full picture of what's going on.
Yeah. Science is awesome.
Yeah, but whoops, I accidentally stopped attacking. Let's fix that here. But at the same time, yeah, there is a lot of customization to play with here. And this is an RPG that will definitely keep people busy for a long time.
At Jewel Archon asks or says, "This game looks absolutely amazing." Jose, what level are you at this point? Is it 11, you said?
Yeah, you see it over there by the gear. So there's a inner level and there's a class level. I believe we just saw a second ago in Assault, I'm rank 4 right now.
Yeah, there's a purple one on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my overall level is an 11 at the moment. Yeah, and so you sort of level individually, but at least that kind of doesn't come with penalties associated with too many penalties with starting over.
That's cool. I like that.
So I'm going to take some quests in a little bit, but first I want to actually try and get over to the next area if I can. So I'm trying to find on the gamepad the closest node, and I actually don't have many nodes on the frontier over here. So I'm actually going to wander around a little bit and activate them if I can. But remember, you can be part of this conversation. Tweet with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive, one word, and we will try to answer your questions as best we can.
Just
like
like
Xenoblade X.
The Skigu asks, "Would you like to have the lyrics taken off from the songs and localization?"
Yeah. That's what you're getting when you're in New LA, New Los Angeles. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the definitely the theme out here in this first continent. Can you look up the name for this continent? I forget offhand. Obviously, this name could also change in localization. I'm just forgetting. But we're on the starting area in Planet Mira, and that is a level 35 creature that will absolutely wreck me if he sees me. So I'm going to keep going this way.
Let's see. We have Noctilum.
That sounds right.
Yeah, because of all the water.
I
want to say this is the one. Maybe not?
Maybe not, actually. That's the western part of Mira. No. I think it's Primordia. That's it. It's Primordia.
Yeah, Primordia. All
yes,
right.
This is the starting location. We're going to stay over here. And I will say... Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I think we had briefly entered Sylvilum. Sylvilum.
Good luck with that pronunciation.
Yes. And then there's also Oblivia, Caldros, and then the other one, Noctilum.
Okay, cool.
Which they all look very, very, very big in their own right. And then the new Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at that. Look at that scale. And this is a thing.
52.
That, again, I was saying, in New Los Angeles, you see a lot of standing around, whereas here you see, like, creatures drinking and just sort of stomping around, moving around. I will say one of my only few other disappointments with this world is that you never really see enemy creatures battle each other. At least I haven't in the opening, 6 to 10 hours I've played of this game.
Yeah.
And I will admit that's hard to do. Like, that's not something I'm going to take for granted. But it would add another layer of lifelike.
You're just used to the prejudice of Earth animals trying to kill each other in the
wild. Yeah, I've seen Planet Earth. I watched the Nature Channel.
This is a different planet, Jose.
I know what's up. Okay, Planet Mira. Let's start that show.
Mira isn't about killing animals. They're all living in harmony here.
Yep.
Even this crazy boar alien pig thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you sort of the gear and the different options we have there in a second. I'm just going to try and move forward a little more.
Your squad are cleaning up the enemies.
Yeah, because we're fighting level 6s. If we wander into you got to pick your battles. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to continue to fight. I'm going to move around a little bit. You're going to see that big bump on the front of his head can actually break, although he resisted there. Let's see if we can break it here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and you can kind of dismantle the enemies, and you see sort of the wear of the battle on them, which is cool.
I don't know if you know this, Jose, but at Vald Felgar asks, sorry if it's been asked, but once you've obtained your Skell, can you name it?
Your Skell?
Yeah.
I haven't obtained one, so I can't tell you. That'd be nice. I would name it Wing Zero. No, I would. Maybe.
I named mine Death Scythe.
I don't know. Or a Unit 1. Shogoki. I would name it that. Ava Unit 1.
And then Jaeger.
Yep, maybe. No, I'm not sure if you can name it, but I do know that you can customize different parts of it. So, I mean, do you name your car? I don't know. In other games, like that's kind of essentially what it is, but whatever. This is
it's got a Sharpie put on the inside of the Skell's boot.
There we go. I like where your head's at. All right, so where we want to go is this way. I'm trying to get to another location to unlock another fast travel point. So I'm just going to... And you can spend hours doing this. This is the crazy part. Oh, there it is. All right, see that big column of light? It's Moranium vein, I believe, or Moranium deposit. I forgot what the wording is they use, actually. Let's see. Oh, man, that's all the way down there.
At Johnny BP says, can you switch between classes at any time you want and develop different art settings?
Yes, you can. Totally up to you. Although you do want to have some leveled up to a degree, just so when you go into like story encounters, when you fight bosses, that kind of stuff, you don't get torn apart. Because I don't know how much that's going to affect when you fight them.
Yeah,
but just
that makes sense. Do you know if there's a level cap to these?
No, I haven't put up enough time, sadly. Maybe the answer's out there on the internet. There's a really good thread on NeoGAF about it, about this game, where a lot of people are sort of playing it for the first time. So you may find it there. I don't know. I know there was some great pictures on Miiverse of people's Skells and just awesome photos that they were taking and posting online. So I do want to believe the information should be out there by now. Yes.
And again, we apologize. We don't have a Skell yet.
Yeah, we don't.
We'll make another preview once we have
Brendan's doing a great job of deflecting the blame, but I'm going to take it. It's my fault. We just haven't had time. All right, Brendan. So what are your impressions a couple of hours in now? We're about, how far are we into the stream? Going in on an hour at this point?
Almost an hour now.
All right. And remember that IGN Plays Live happens 3 days a week. What? Monday, Friday?
Wednesday, Friday.
1 to 3.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Sorry,
you said
James.
Monday. James.
I did.
Yeah.
One
I
day I'll
always
get this
the
right
dates
from the
wrong.
get-go.
One day. Oh, you've gotten it wrong before. And you were judging me.
Not as much as you, though.
Okay, yeah, I get it wrong every time. Yeah, but...
my initial impressions...
Your impressions, yeah.
Like I said, I don't play JRPGs that much. I'm sorry. Just not my forte.
That's fine. Nobody's here to judge you. But
one thing I do like in horror games is the sense of scope and scale. And this world seemed really well thought out to me. It's one thing to just make a barren world. It's another to make it look both appealing and flood it with different beasts and animals and creatures that all look amazing.
Yep.
Like the animal design looks great. The Skell design looks great. The topography, the geography of this place.
Yep.
These giant mountains, those huge pillars that rise out, the huge moons.
Yep.
It's like it feels very lived in a way that this place exists somewhere.
Yeah. I will say, I do hope that the guys at Monolith are talking to sort of the team at EAD Tokyo that's working on The Legend of Zelda right now. Because they have had some success with making open worlds, and they did a really good job here for the most part. Oh, we're not at the right level for this. No. Yep, we need a level 3 to unlock this frontier.
Level 3
sadly,
class?
Well, you develop your frontier sort of skills over time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to get out of here and hope I don't aggro anything. I don't want to go swimming again, though.
There's always a chest near the waterfall. That's game design 101.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yes.
All right, I'm fast traveling to another location. I'm going to try and slowly make our way to the next continent or try and run over there. It is quite a trek, and it's an even longer trek when you are without a Skell, which is one of the coolest things this game has going.
Do you know around what level you would get a Skell at?
No. I haven't put in the time, and the information's out there for sure by now. But, whoa, level 33.
For now, I would say higher than level 11.
Absolutely, yeah. Multiple hours in at that. It sucks too because in town I can buy the parts. Like I see the shops where I could do that. Ooh, there's some treasure over here. See on the mini map there is that little
yellow
box, or it's kind of orange. I got to be careful that I don't draw that any aggro.
I do like how like some animals are more docile, but other ones will just like run across the fields.
And it was interesting to learn during the last Treehouse Live that certain enemies will go aggro if you approach them in a Skell. They just wig out like, what the heck is that? And they go for an attack.
That makes sense. I would do that too.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, this is scary. I gotta be careful because I don't want to pull aggro from any of these enemies.
This reminds me a lot of like my first time playing
Days
MMOs.
in college. No,
yeah,
what?
no, because that was about the time I played World of Warcraft, with like end of high
got
school
it.
and college.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I did in World of Warcraft was I made a rogue, and I tried to sneak and explore everything
Mm-hmm.
at like level 10.
Oh, that's
so I
not-
was like going over into like level 50 zones, and going
Yep.
okay, just take it easy. I'm just gonna swoosh on by.
Just don't notice me. You can't see me right now. No, I know that feeling. Like I kind of did the same thing when I first played World of Warcraft. Your first exposure to a big open world, especially one that's actually open, right? Like, you can make the argument like GTA has fantastic open world sandbox, but for the most part, they do kind of contain the places you can go in prior GTAs. Like, it wasn't all open from the start. My understanding with Xenoblade is everything is open from the get-go, and you can when you have that in front of you, you
I've
can't
always
help
liked
but
that.
like go, I'm gonna run around and sort of see what else there is to this space.
Because one thing that I've always been irked by in certain games is when like it's like, oh, you use a huge open world, but you can't go here until X amount of
That's right.
story.
That's right. Or in certain games where there is a lot of real estate to cover, we're going to battle that at level 11 back
All right.
there. But because these guys are purple, I believe they're a little stronger.
Good news, Jose.
Uh-oh.
Falgar says you can name your scout. Here comes your Wing Zero.
Oh man, nah, Ava Unit 1. I've changed my mind. I take back what I said. Big fan of Evangelion.
I can see you at the Skell register place going, no.
Does it? No, it's you
Can I
can
change
see
it
me
after?
at the Skell registration place asking the guy, "Does it come in purple?" That's what I'm gonna ask. Let's see here.
Yes, it does come in purple.
I hope so. All right, so there should be a frontier marker somewhere around here. Keep your eyes peeled for it. These are the columns of light. I don't think it's that one. Actually, it is that one. Oh, I'm not going to. I'm not going up. Might have to. All right, let's cross that bridge.
I like that.
Yeah, when we get there. And we'll stop in battle in a minute. I just want to find something I can actually defeat. So if you're watching and going, man, there's a lot of running around in this game.
So
This is because we haven't really charted the planet yet. And we're discovering
we're
areas.
brave new explorers.
Yeah, we're discovering the areas, but we haven't really tapped into all of the fast travel locations. So I'm just trying to show you what that can be like.
They're
and
guarding the bridge.
We've got a roadblock. I don't know about this.
It's a toll bridge.
Hmm.
What that
Yeah,
one?
it's a troll bridge. So let's pick a fight with him and
Okay.
hope we can actually beat him. This can get hairy
You're
though.
level 11 too. You can do it.
I hope so. Sometimes you do run into enemies that are still pretty strong.
HP's going down.
Oh, is it? All right.
Hello.
I'm going to wait for Soul Voice to tell me what these guys want me to do. Although, they definitely group it by category. They don't say a specific attack. Like, you see all of the melee attacks
Yeah.
just lit up like Christmas.
Because any of them would be good.
Yeah, any of them will work. As long as you're doing a ranged or a melee. They keep it broad, thankfully.
I did find out that not a specific point, but at some point in the story, you have to take a Skell license certification test to certify that you know how to drive one.
Well, that's sad.
Go to the DMV. Okay, can you parallel
Yeah.
park your Skell? No,
Wonder
I'm
how
sorry,
long-
you gotta come
yeah,
back.
I wonder how long we have to stay at the DMV to get that. Did this game go for like that kind of?
Oh.
We aggroed.
DMV Simulator 2015.
Yeah, it's coming. All right, so you'll see that was an example of us getting aggro from a creature. Not a new concept, but definitely something you want to be mindful of when you're in some of these spaces because these enemies will tear you up,
I also
and you
said
have no
some,
say.
Some battles move around too.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to try and stagger him. That did not work. So that is
You
fail.
should get your sword out.
Yep. Good point. Let's switch over to Blade. So next week on IGN Plays Live, guess what we're playing, Brendan?
What are we playing?
We're playing Splatoon.
Oh man, is
Yes,
that
Tuesday.
our Tuesday stream?
Next week, yeah. Tuesday, tune in. We're going to play some multiplayer. We're going to play some single player. We're going to play some amiibo challenges. We're going
Ooh.
to try and show you a lot of what's going on with that game. And also on IGN next week, on Wednesday, you can read the Splatoon review. Check out our impressions. This is a big action shooter from Nintendo. James, do we have next week's schedule figured out
Yeah,
too? Do we want to
wasn't,
pimp that while we're here?
Wasn't Wednesday Smite? Heroes of the Storm is on
Hot.
Wednesday.
It's going to be a
Friday
hot time.
is The Witcher 3, going back into that world.
That game's another massive open world game. Really, really cool.
Trying to play it for the guide, and
Talk about that a little bit.
It's terrifying how big it is. I love it, but at the same time, it'll take me a very long time to completely comb its depths.
Yep.
But I am enjoying it very much.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm going to get into some more battles over here. Remember, you can participate in the conversation. Tweet at IGN Plays Live. Excuse me. Hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Tweet at IGN. Or maybe at Jose_Otero. I'll read it for him. Or at Ragafraga.
Yeah, I'm not looking at my my Twitter right now.
I'll read it for you.
Yeah, so if you're tweeting at me, sorry. That might not work out for you.
If you got them hashtags, I'll see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I could turn over the controller to you, but I don't know if you want to.
I think I would be very bad. You can try that if you want. You want to see a lot of death.
Okay. We found Moranium Vein, so let's
Smash it.
check in here. Our frontier spot.
I want to believe that every time you do that, just someone
Yes.
going like this. Really.
Okay, so we have a fast travel location now right by the area where this transitions into the next continent.
Oh, cool.
Through that cave straight ahead.
Ooh, the giant plants.
Yeah,
over there.
it should be. Yeah, this should be the cave that leads to it. If not, it's around the corner. And this area is so good looking. Like, I have to preface before we get there, like, I'm really impressed. Oh, here's an example of the Mingle player we were talking about a little bit.
Who's that?
So this is a character. This is someone's avatar who's playing the game right now. He's a level 11. When you create your character, you also align yourself with a certain organization within Blade, like a certain faction within Blade. His faction, I believe, is different from mine, but you can recruit him. So he's a rank 7 also in his whatever class he picked. So yeah, we're gonna pull him in, and he's a level 11 though still. So we're gonna recruit him. He's gonna join our team as a party member. This is really cool because you get to add them on your team. As you can see, I'm the leader, and you can't take me off this party. But we can remove Alma, or we can remove any of the other NPCs and replace them with people who are playing the game, or whether they be avatars for our friends or strangers online. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a really cool. Like, I liked in Bravely Default you could summon other people during battle, but this takes it one step further where you could just have them in your party at all times.
Yep. So we're gonna just take a quick look, as if we were playing Destiny, and inspect what he's wearing right now. Actually, I'm holding the wrong button. Let's just zoom in. He looks like Sephiroth.
He's gonna take a giant scar on his face.
Yep. So you got a quick look there. Actually, let's look at equipment really fast, because we've been doing a lot of running around here on IGN Plays Live, trying to show you everything that Xenoblade has to offer.
In Japanese.
In Japanese. So here's my avatar. You've seen him. This is the best I can do. But we have new equipment, as you can see, clearly see from the side. There are some sort of qualifications for some of the equipment. For example, we have a helmet here, or we can bandage up that eye, and you'll see, sort of stats and numbers changes. You would in any RPG.
Have you seen lots of like cosmetic costumes changes and stuff?
Yeah, there's uniforms later in the game. They're very cosmetic changes. Like right now, the difference between that, other than some better numbers for my character. Actually, I can't equip this yet. I'm not allowed to. I don't have enough TP. Don't got the TP, you hit the road. There are different sleeves you can equip too, which you see right here.
Ooh.
So the armor's spread out by chest, arms, left and right, pants, and then boots. And then your two main weapons. So I'm actually going to equip this. So I'm going to look a bit like a cyborg here. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, here's our pants. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead. Pants and boots.
At Talawa says, is the game coming to the US anytime soon? I just joined, so I missed if you said it earlier. It's 2015. We will probably know more to E3.
Nintendo's saying 2015. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, and I think they're going to have this out the door this year.
Yeah.
At the same time, they if it ends up getting pushed, it ends up getting pushed. But the game is done. Right now, it is in localization. So that is a good sign. And this is the second continent that I have been able to reach. Actually, once we cross this threshold, we're in.
Noctilum?
Yes. And, I mean, take a look at that. Like, wow. Like, it's just really, really great art direction in terms of the space and what it looks like. Like, I hope James is gawking at this the way you are right now.
This is like jungle Pikmin. Everything's like huge.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see, like, you got your dragons over there from House Targaryen. No, you don't. But they do aggro. They're at level 21, and they will kill us. So do not.
I like that. The music shifts you to like a lot more tropical vibes. Drums
yeah, absolutely. So we got to be careful here. I'm gonna just try and make sure we're not
crocodiles.
No, those might be. Actually, I don't know for sure. I didn't take a good look at them because I don't want to accidentally aggro them either.
Crocodiles.
Go for it. Yeah. Level 44.
Thing.
Yeah.
And that, what
Uh-oh,
is that?
uh-oh.
You
We
can take me,
aggroed
still
him.
a level
Yeah,
up.
I could take him.
But
All
what
right,
is that level of 50 golem in the background? Look at that thing.
I'm not messing with him. I don't want to know.
Oh, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's got.
We'll pick a fight with a larger enemy later if people really want to see what that looks
Wow,
like.
That guy. He's got a tree on his back.
Yep. He does. Oh, wow. You're right. I'm just getting a better look at him now. I don't think I've seen that enemy before.
And call him tree back.
Yeah, there's a lot of... wow. I will call him Squishy. That's what they call me when I pass by. Anyway, yeah. Oh, wow. No, I think I've seen him before, actually. I wasn't sure. You do see a lot of enemies sort of carry over to the different zones.
Cool. He's guarding a cave, too.
He is. I just want to be careful I don't pull aggro from anything. And we haven't really crossed too deep into this territory. Oh, wait, now we have. And I pulled another enemy.
Still, these are
Luckily, these are level 11s.
Yeah, takeable enemies.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'm freaking out because I have lost to some really strong opposition, and it is painful.
Would you like to explain again how Soul Voice works? Because at Johnny PP wants to know.
Oh, sure. Well, so there's a lot of communication going on in game, and your teammates basically tell you their recommendations. They tell you, hey, you should melee right now. And if you do it, you see that pause, and you get a health buff. You can get potential weapon buffs or damage buffs. And this all helps you take out the enemy a lot faster. And this is one of the ways that you actually replenish health consistently, because there aren't that many arts, at least early on in the game, that replenish health for you.
I would imagine during one of those bigger boss fights, that is like one of your main ways to heal.
Yeah,
making use of that teamwork abilities.
And it is cool because it has sort of elements of turn-based combat along real-time combat, which is ultimately something that it carries over to from the first. Oh, man. This is just aggro city. I want to get out of here. And we failed.
At least your buddy there with the crossbow gun's doing pretty good.
Yes, he is. He's helping out, putting in work. But anyway, yeah, that's the Soul Voice system. You're going to need to get it down. Just like in Xenoblade, if you play Xenoblade Chronicles, which you can still play on Wii or on new 3DS, you can get a taste of what it works like. But I like this system better because they are indicating to you what to do. Outside of when you built up your special meter in Xenoblade Chronicles, you couldn't really coordinate chaining attacks that easily. At least I couldn't, and that was a frustration point for me with that game, a little bit, because I always wanted to take advantage of, well, he's staggered, and we just completed a quest that we were on that I didn't even realize we were on.
I think you cleared all the squad guys on the left.
No, that's a different type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
well, they're still doing good on that front.
The cat-looking like enemy. Yeah, I just want to cross into this territory. Oh man, this is poisonous. Get out of the water.
It's like the Mario purple water.
Yes. All right. So I believe
Jose,
we're in less aggro country here. What's up?
Lunar Knight says, if you do aggro a high-level creature, can you run away?
Yes and no. It really depends on if. Oh wait.
You want to show
right,
that
he's
off?
a new creature.
Whoa.
No, I don't. Not with enemies this tough. It depends. If he hits, if that enemy targets one of your party members and kills them in one hit, that's okay, right? Like you'll have a window to get away. But if he targeted you first, well, you know how that ends.
Pretty much like the equivalent of if you're being chased by cheated with your friend, trip your friend.
Yes. Yeah. To a degree, yeah. And the music out here is actually really good. Oh, no. Get out of here. All right. We made it. If you're just joining us, we are in the...
you're in the spider forest.
Oh, no. Okay. Actually, he's not that strong. We can take him. I say that now.
Get any more, though,
and then we get
there's
wrecked.
more lying around.
All right. Here we go. We were putting in work. If you're just joining us, we were playing Xenoblade X, which is available right now in Japan. It is not available in Europe or the North Americas just yet. But this is a 2015 Nintendo game. Big open world RPG made by Monolith, who is the makers of Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii and new 3DS. And they've also been doing the Xeno series forever now. I mean, Xenogears, Xenosaga. This team has been around. Oh no, I didn't want to activate that.
And if you have a question, you can tweet us with the hashtag @IGNPlaysLive. Tweet at IGN, just like @RunJumpStomp, who's been tweeting us. Thank you for tweeting us. Do you have to manage your inventory, Jose? I.e., weight, space, etc.
You have a lot of space, but yeah, you do. Ooh, okay.
Is it like an encumbrance?
These guys? I haven't hit encumbrance yet. It's pretty high. I believe you can hold like 99 of a lot of things, or even more than that, a couple hundred. I don't quite remember at the moment. So I'm a little bummed because I'm trying to bring up the map for the second continent, and I'm not showing up in it yet. And I'm trying to figure out why that is, because ultimately, oh, good. Okay, what I'm looking for is right. So we can actually fast travel to this location, so I'm okay now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you just get a Miiverse note from somebody?
I wasn't paying attention, actually.
I just saw a
looking
little
down at
thing
the
pop
gamepad.
up.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to battle this guy, though, because this is part of a quest. I just
wanna
don't
see
want to
you take on
aggro
something
too many
big.
enemies. Oh, you want me to
Be
fight one
brave,
of the
be
larger ones?
brave.
I will. We'll go back to Primordia, and I'll pick a fight with something.
No, I'm talking here.
Maybe.
What about that jungle cat in the background?
That jungle cat in the background. You want to be more specific? There's a lot of those
He's
things.
right there. He's on your right.
Okay,
level
I'll try and
12.
see. Let's just
I guess
take
it's level
out
12 too.
this guy right here for now. I'm going to draw his aggro. You see that blue line?
You're
Make
doing
it very
pretty good
clear.
for taking things on higher than your level.
Well, it's not by much though here. Like, you want to see something impressive.
Yes.
You're not going to see that on this street. Now, maybe you will. Not entirely sure.
The people crave blood.
Do they?
Doesn't?
Well, I just I will say this: dying in Xenoblade Chronicles doesn't come with a whole lot of penalty, which is really nice. So that's the thing you want me to fight? This alligator over here?
Sure. Or the giant golem. Your pick. I'll let you.
Oh,
choose
you let
your
me
death.
pick my poison. Let's go for something higher level than that. There's got to be a higher level than a 34
Go back to that
here.
giant golem thing.
Wait, I want to kill this guy. Hold on. I mean, I want to defeat this because this is part of the quest.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're being attracted to these points of
going
interest for
to
a
allow
reason.
it.
Yeah. So let me handle this guy right now. Any other comments coming in? Anything we want to focus on? Any questions you have? What do you want to know, Brendan? Within reason. Within reason.
What's the deal with that giant monster over there? So you said you can customize Skells. Are there different types of overall Skells, or is it just customizing a part here and there?
I think a part here and there, although I'm not sure if there are speed type or heavy type Skells. Again, it's been pretty ambiguous, at least to me. I know that classes don't really apply to Skells, but weapons do bring a lot to them, is my understanding of it, and they kind of help you customize.
Because I could see them having the light Skells, the big
class
Skells.
went up. Yeah.
Nice.
And there's a quest over here, which is why you're seeing this question mark. Let's go talk to him. What news do you bring?
Dude, we're in the middle of a jungle full of monsters. What are you doing here? Why is she like that?
Yeah. Oh, no, this is just part of the relationship building.
Okay.
Depending on your responses, your teammate. So we just picked up a quest. We're going to make it our main quest to focus on right now, but it may not be entirely clear.
Have you fought any? I wouldn't call them boss.
Oh, yes, I
creatures?
did at home. Not really here, though. Wait, what level is this guy right here? What level are you, buddy? 22. Small potatoes.
Not cool enough. Yeah, go back up there where that giant golem was.
Actually, we can loot that treasure over there. You want to do that?
Sure.
Oh, okay. So another thing that's helpful is they do point you on the gamepad to where you need to be going. Oh. Like, what's wrong? Uh-oh. Okay.
Dead end.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Might have to deploy the camera.
At the Skigoo says, what do you think of the Mushroom Jungle Continent's music, which is where we're right now?
I think this is really cool.
I do too.
I think the overall themes are really well done.
Yeah.
It's just New Los Angeles that gets on my nerves. If I can be honest here for a second. Ooh. All right, what was that?
Spiders.
Was
Yep,
it?
spiders.
Oh, okay.
It's always spiders. We kill enough spiders. I was like, let's find something cool.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. You can't kill enough spiders.
That's true. I have
from.
a natural hatred of them.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I blame my arachnophobia.
All right. What was the name of this place again? Knock what?
Noctilums?
Okay. Got
Where's
it.
that giant
Oh,
golem?
okay. I want to go. Well, we're going to, in a second, I just want to activate
Can you
that
climb
point
that
way
giant
back
tree?
there. No, you can't climb. I want to get to this Moranium vein. Hold on.
I say climb because it's fallen over.
Oh, was it?
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
you
one
can ride those up. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, what's really cool that I have not demonstrated yet is that if you're on a quest and you're not entirely sure where you need to go, after I get into this fight, I'm going to show you something that's really cool that they built into this as well.
Okay.
And I love the fact that this is optional. And again, we brought up that on the gamepad, they do give you a general direction of where you need to go. But let's say you need a little more hand-holding than that. Let's say that you're new to this genre.
Like me.
Or new to sort of this RPG series.
Like me.
Yeah, like Brendan. Nintendo and Monolith have been thinking about you and how to give you a bit more direction.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I need to make sure.
Kill this
First of all, yeah, that this thing is gone, which we're working on it. I believe he's one of my squad quest monsters, which is why he's showing up the way that he has. Nice. Okay, we got rid of him. Let's attack one more and just make sure. I believe it's the last monster on the right on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I believe they're lit up the way they are right now, since we're so close. By the way, if you look down there at the bottom right of the screen, this squad mission, everyone's been doing work who's been part of this 32-man squad.
There's
this is all passive. You just sign up to join a squad, and when you get this list of objectives, you want to make sure that you complete them.
I don't know, Jose. You got 18 more to go, and you got 4 minutes to do it.
Oh, yeah, this might not work out.
Come
Which
on,
is
squad,
the disappointment
take it out.
part. Yeah, they don't really know. It's not like I could send them, hey guys, will you sleep at the wheel? But it is nice that it's passive. And it's just another cool way to kind of give people rewards for working together. Even though they're not really working together, if you think about it.
Yeah.
At least not in the context of the
Yeah, you
same
did
world.
clear
We
it.
cleared it. All right, cool.
So
But-
you're carrying this team right now.
Yeah, right now. All right, so
Show me
hang
this.
on.
Show me this.
I
help.
did. Oh yeah, this help system. So I believe if I press, hang on, let's find it. There it is. So you see that?
Oh.
That is directing me to where I need to go. So
That reminds
if
me
you're
of,
unsure of because some of these pathways get really sort of big, and sort of the area. What was that look, James? What did I do? Oh,
That's what I was thinking of. I was like, what does this remind me of?
which Prince of Persia?
Yeah.
Oh,
Forgotten Sands one?
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The 2009 one.
Absolutely. Okay, so
2008, yes.
So I accidentally aggroed a monster that's roughly my level, but I don't want to fight it. And someone was asking earlier, can you evade battles? You can. You just have to do some running, which we're doing right now.
There's also the
All right, so we got away.
the age-old MMO tradition of outrunning in one enemy to run into like 5 more.
Oh, that happens to me a lot. So yeah, so you chase down these waypoints, and they'll point the exact path you should be taking, including if we have to go up those fallen trees or anything like that.
This place is even better at night.
It really helps with this area, I feel, because there's so much crisscrossing and so much pathways that you'd absolutely have to know how to get there. So I'm really grateful for that. I think some people, it's optional again.
Yeah,
so
and
you
some
don't
people
have
don't like
to.
exploring as much, and that, I can see that. I love exploring things on my own
absolutely.
first. What was that?
Dude, look at the art direction here. Like this
This
is
place
so
like lights up at
good-looking.
night.
Yeah, it really does. All right, so we're here to. Whoa, it's a turkey. So let's check the wreckage here of this. What looks like a Skell, maybe. All right, so we picked up what he wants.
We can fix it.
Now we have to go to another area. Let's see where we're advised to head. Oh, crap. This way. Okay.
Have we seen any giant monsters we could try and kill for the
I'll
greater
go back
good?
to Primordia in a second. I'm just gonna follow this to finish the quest. If that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, and then we'll go about it. This is quite a run. Oh, you see that level 44 in the sky?
Let's get him.
One thing I do want to point out, though, if you're expecting like the best animation in the world, I would say tone down those expectations. What I'm trying to say by that is that this game isn't really focused on like synchronizing animations in some ways. Like, you know how in WoW, when you run away from an enemy, you're taking damage even though maybe the enemy's not really on top of you in that moment?
Yeah.
So that's a thing in this game too, sadly. I am going to check into this location for a second because this is how you do time manipulation. So you can sort of change the hour of day and sort of, okay, I want it to be, early morning or morning. Let's go with 7
I
a.m.
want to see that sunrise.
Okay. Let's go for like that 7
How many suns are there in this game? There's 3 moons.
I think we missed sunrise. But what's cool is you can just jump back, say, you know what? I want to actually be here at early morning.
What do they do
Let's do
during
5
this
a.m.
time? They just play cards? They just go to sleep?
I don't know. They don't really give it much context. As you can see, it's still kind of like nighttime-ish.
Oh, yeah.
There's also weather, I
They
believe.
look straight up.
Oh, straight up?
Oh,
Yeah, we
couldn't
can't
tell if
see
that
through
was
the
like
fog.
yeah,
Yeah, but those look like fireflies almost. That's really cool.
the butterflies and fireflies. This is really nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, let's continue on with this
And please
objective.
keep asking us questions. tweeting us at IGN with the hashtag IGN Plays Live.
Or tweet at us your impressions so far. What do you think? I mean, you're getting a pretty deep look. I mean, obviously not deep enough. Again, sorry, no Skells here. No Skells.
At Chris06v1 says, why is Jose afraid of that giant golem? I don't know. Good question.
I just don't like dying in games. It's a fear of mine. No, we're gonna fight something large in a second. Oh, okay. So this is
cutscene.
Where we were supposed to go. That is creepy. We're gonna fight this thing? Oh no, this person needs help. To the rescue.
Stand back, you vile fox thing.
Yep. All right, so let's battle it. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. This is about to be bad.
If you were waiting for Jose to meet his match, I think this may be the one.
This is it.
Well, actually, you're doing pretty good for the moment.
Yeah, let's hope that we continue.
Stagger.
Attack.
Good.
All the attacks.
Numbers flying everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to unload this machine gun into him. Up close. That's pretty mean. Really
he just
bad
farted
accuracy,
on you.
though. Did he really?
It's a skunk beast.
Oh man, I missed that window. I almost missed that window.
He's gonna do it again.
Uh-oh, he's about to kill Alma.
Yeah,
take cover, Alma. You thought I was
Cover
joking.
your nose.
Yeah, right?
You gonna do it again?
I will say that watching Soul Voice though takes my eyes off the graphics a lot. When the creatures in the world looks this good. Oh, he did do it again. What a jerk. All right, we're gonna take him out here.
Jose lived. Sorry, everybody.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Then go fight that golem. Show me how cool you really are.
Wait. First, I must complete this quest. We got plenty of time to die, man. How much time is left?
We got 40 minutes left.
We got 40 minutes worth of time that can happen. All right, let's turn in this quest.
UPad Watcher says, what do you think of the colorful world of Mira?
Oh, it looks great. Art direction on the world is so good. I really think they get that part of this game really right.
Colorful is a good way to
describe and it's the kind of game that when I was playing this at my desk, different people kept stopping to just gawk at, like, wow, this world looks big.
In a sense, like
and the frame rate's consistent, and it's not shipping with to my knowledge with a lot of bugs or anything like that.
To an extent, it does remind me a lot of Retro's building of Metroid Prime worlds, like the way that they were so stylized.
Sure,
and, like, the atmosphere you had. Even though it's a little more crowded in the sense that it's not just you wandering a planet alone, you have friends and people. I still like how the scope makes you still feel like you're just one small, insignificant little puny human in this huge world.
And I think it was a wise decision by the team to make mobility so much fun. Like, you see me just kind of rolling through the hills and jumping really high, and these guys can all aggro and kill me, so I'm going to get away from them. Okay, let's find a really big creature to take us out. Not big enough, if you ask me. What do you think? Should we?
Crazy snail turtle?
Yeah, and I'm so lucky. I wasn't looking forward when I ran by that guy.
I want to find a giant...
you want something massive?
Massive, and that looks like it would actually has giant fangs and breathing fire. And
I don't know if I'm going to get you breathing fire, but I'm going to try and find one of those brontosauruses from the beginning.
I know you were saying that the main director, Tetsuya Takahashi, has a big...
his resume is
big
deep.
Resume, but what do you think? We have a question from at UPad Watcher. What are your thoughts on Kojima's directorial debut?
Hard for me to say, really, just because I haven't experienced enough of the game in English, but I will say that this game is really polished for the most part. Obviously, there is the odd, animation here and there, and there definitely are limitations to what they can do, but I think they deliver on a lot of it. From what I can tell, like, just my overall impression so far, like, they really get the world right. We're going for him.
Going for Brontosaurus.
Yeah, they really get the world right, and they really get the sense of scale right. The art direction's right. So again, my gripe is characters. I just don't like the character art.
Another Miiverse message. I wonder if people can leave it on the world, kind of like in a Dark Souls kind of style, like, yo, there's a giant monster up ahead.
Good question. Wish I had the Japanese background to be able to help, and I've been trying to get Pear to kind of be over my shoulder when I play this game, but GM of the company,
assistant.
He's got he's got things to do, so I haven't been able to get that kind of help. What do you got?
Are there any in-combat items like potions or kind of like, or is it all skills?
Not really. It's all arts. Yeah. For the most part, you will notice that after a battle, my health immediately replenishes. Okay. So that's something to note.
That's nice because I hate downtime and like RPG stuff like that.
Yeah, no, this is very much. If you've played Final Fantasy 12, it's very in line with that. So this is a level 51. This is not going to go well. It's going to be a one-hit death.
You should climb up his back and just like poke him in the side.
Okay, I don't think I can jump on top of that. I would love to approach one of these guys in a Skell though and see what they do. But look at that tail. Look at the scale. I mean, he is clipping through the world, but man, like
The
look
creature
at
that big.
Yeah. Oh, can that hit me? Nope. No clipping. I mean, it just clips right
This
through.
game doesn't have a lot of thing with clipping. So
No.
one thing they decided.
Hey,
was,
look at me.
You're literally an ant, kind of just like hitting him in the shin.
And we died. And he laughed. No, he just shook afterwards. That was it. But there isn't a heavy penalty associated with death. This isn't Dark Souls.
What do you lose if anything?
I don't think you lose anything. They just kind of take you back. Ooh, that's a level 22. I don't know if we should pick that fight. Oh, that's another level 22.
Do it.
And why does that turkey have a horn for a head?
Get that turkey horn. I want to see
Gobble,
a little bit
gobble.
more of a pitched battle. Not like
I don't think this is going to go very well, but
If
okay.
you can survive more than like 30 seconds. Oh, look at that. He's got
Oh,
eyes
there's
everywhere.
its face. I have never tried to attack that thing. I have to be honest.
Whoa.
It's the fear. All right. As you can see, this isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, at least you're not dying. You're actually doing damage to it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to. Oh, look at my health bar on the top
You're
left.
fine.
This is not going to go well.
You can pick yourself up.
Man, this is like a demented Pokemon battle. Like, what is that?
I like the design.
Look at the eyeball.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the.
Oh, we staggered him.
Nice.
Wow, I did not think we would ever stagger this guy.
It reminds me of like the color patterns like a moth has, like to deflect predators by having like showing eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Only this one has lots of eyes.
Yep,
It's
and we're
actually-
missing a lot. Oh, we got him halfway down.
See?
This might actually
and you
work
were
out.
worried. You were like, oh, I
A little bit. I don't know. Again, not really a big fan of losing. Oh.
Okay, well, now you're
So
dead.
now I can wait for 30 seconds and see if they beat him, which it doesn't look like that's happening. And
She'll be fine.
she's down.
Just jumped on
Yeah, and the funny thing to note, you cannot revive your dead characters. At least I haven't been able to. Oh, and it's raining.
it. Ooh.
Yeah,
Hit the
there are
clouds.
weather effects. That's really cool. Get me out of here. All right, let's move on.
At Megamark says, might be late, but is the game 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 720, 1080?
I think it's 30. I don't think it's 60, but I don't have really good eyes to tell you. And that's not just because I'm wearing glasses. I've just never had an eye for really telling the difference immediately between 30 and 60. Like Caleb, one of our video producers, absolutely can tell. James, can you tell? Okay, James, our talented Let's Play producer / dude, will tell you. Is this 60 or 30?
Looks 30 to me. Yeah.
Yep. But it's locked at 30, ladies and gentlemen. Unlike The Witcher 3. No, I'm kidding. That's really mean. That's really mean. That game's really awesome.
Well, when we get Xenoblade on the PC, never.
Oh, that's not happening. Nintendo paid for this game. Are you kidding?
No, I mean, I know there are people who have to have their 1080p 60 at all times, and I respect that. You want something that looks the best it can.
You do.
But I think looking at how this works, I'm fine with this giant expanse being 30 frames. If that was the trade-off, is either we have a very streamlined game with 60 frames, or we have a giant open world with 30 frames.
Yep.
Give me the 30 frames. I'm fine with that.
So I'm going to go back to the second continent that we visited, that we just waltzed into. Again, reminder for folks, you can waltz into any of the continents. 5 are unlocked from the start, although I have not tried to get to the other 2. You start out in Primordia.
Wait,
and you
is
can
that a
move around.
Skell up there?
It might be. That's actually no. That's just a spot
wreckage?
for treasure.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Here's an interesting question.
Shaka
Shaka Khan Gaming says,
Khan.
I'm worried the story won't live up to the first due to the fact that the main character is created and has no voice actor. So how do you feel about silent protagonists versus
I think
acted?
silent protagonists can work really well. I mean, if you've played Chrono Trigger, you know that that's 100% a game, an RPG driven by a silent protagonist that still has a major role in that game. So I don't know if that's necessarily a reason to write off Xenoblade's story yet. I will say he's not feeling it. He's just not feeling it. Like
he's not really feeling
that's it. No, but I do think that you shouldn't write it off just yet. Like it could still be good. And I think that the team behind the original Xenoblade and knowing that the original writer is a part of this definitely plays a big part. They actually expanded the story team, I believe, on this game from the Iwata Ass because this is... Oh, man, that one can hear me. So this fight may not go well either.
Heard you talking about him like you wouldn't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think depending on what your path is when making a game, if you're making a silent protagonist, if you're making a fully voiced character, there are different hurdles and challenges and strengths, weaknesses for each way. And if you look at Dragon Age Origins was you choose your character, doesn't have much of a voice besides in combat, and then they went the opposite route for Dragon Age 2. It was you had Hawk, which
and I died.
And there were good things and bad things about both versions of it. So I don't think it's one's bad, one's not. I think it's what you choose to do with that scope. I still think that a story can be really good with a protagonist.
And I don't want to undermine the question. I mean, obviously, Chrono Trigger is an exception, and a really strong exception to the rule. But I think a story with a silent protagonist can work. It ultimately boils down to, is the story still interesting? Do the other characters move it along in a way that's really interesting? Like, you had characters like Marley and other, characters in that story that ultimately they had really cool personalities. You had people like Frog, who it's just sad what happened to him, and I think ultimately a story can still really work with a silent protagonist. The Zelda games work because with a silent protagonist.
Yeah, showing, not telling. Showing emotions, showing how these things interact with them on a deeper level than just words.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can totally understand if it's a bit of a bummer that the main character is this blank slate, but I'd still give it a chance and see where it goes. Yeah. There's still a chance for it to be really good.
Run Jump Stomp says, this game looks amazing. Thanks for answering the questions and streaming this. You're very welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking questions.
And when can they watch streams on IGN? Oh, no.
Level 48. Does he have a gun?
Yes, those are the aliens on this planet. So we just wandered into an alien base.
Oh, these are the ones that were having the crazy war?
These are the ones that shot us down, actually. These are the ones that don't like us. Yeah, so we just wandered into one of their installations. And this is a sneaking mission.
Yes. Can we backstab a guy? Just go with the buddy ring and bam.
Right?
It's a chokehold, take him down, Splinter Cell style.
I wish. There is a story mission early on that takes you into an enemy base. I think I completed it already on this character. I know I did it at home for sure. And it's also a big tease because you see another Skell. You see a wrecked Skell during that mission. And I have seen... I guess I don't want to get into spoilers, actually, but there are big... Wait, where?
Right back in there, that little... Yeah, there.
Oh, yeah, we can go... Oh, no, but there's a guy in there. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that one. We should probably get out of here. Yeah, let's go back to town, actually. I'm going to waltz around, show off New Los Angeles for folks.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. Just tweet at us at IGN with the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. We're streaming this every Tuesday.
Keep going,
Wednesday,
James is saying. Okay.
Friday.
That's right. Good job. All right. James, you got to 1 to 3 p.m.
1 to 3 every time. Pacific
time. If you live on
We'll be here. We'll answer your questions. You just tweet us and we'll do the rest.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So I'm just going to quickly
Maybe one day Jose will buy a Skell of his own.
One day I will be a real boy in Xenoblade. One day. All right, I'm just accepting this quest right now.
Just give me the Skell. Come on.
No, fortunately not.
Give me your keys. Give me your keys. Come on.
Don't say that. I'm chasing keys in Destiny right now, and it is so painful. The drop rates are just not that great. It hurts. It really does.
Someone else said that they want to like this, but they don't understand the combat. Looks like it doesn't have a lot of depth.
What?
But that comes from a lack of understanding, I think. So you might want to explain, do you set up routines or...
No, you don't set up routines. It all happens on the fly dynamically. Actually, wait, are there routines? I got to think about that. There are different classes with different arts. Yeah, the combat, when you look at it, you could make the argument this doesn't look as polished as what you would see in a real-time action game. But this is an RPG. Like, I think you have to kind of temper some expectations a little bit with that.
Yeah.
There are different classes which you can respec at any time. There are different abilities associated with each class. Right now, I've been focusing on the assault class, which is why you're seeing me swing a huge sword.
And
It is deep in that. Oh yeah, that's what the Skells can turn into when they look like cars. Look at that. Isn't that really cool? It is funny too because when you have a Skell and your teammates don't, they're kind of running behind you in the car. So you're kind of like the worst teammate at that point.
Sorry, room for one only.
Yeah, no, room for one only. And that one just got up and started walking around. This is such a tease. I want one.
I want to pull a Titanfall hijacking right now.
Yeah, me too. Actually, let's see. Yeah, no, you can't. But no. What I do want to point out though is there is a lot of depth to this combat. Like, I think you shouldn't write it off just yet. Obviously, we're playing within limitations, limited to no Japanese, but we've been able to hold our own. And ultimately, too, kind of working with your team is rewarded. And I think that's something that in a game that's driven by other NPC characters, that's really important.
I do want to say that other Skell looks vastly different. Like, not just in, like, different types, but like it looks beefier.
Oh, right here?
Like, look at its legs are huge.
Yeah, and the shoulder pads are working too. Yeah, no, definitely really cool.
So yeah, there is certainly a lot of customization.
Sorry, just can't help it.
At Tactical EA says, I found the first game to be a bit overwhelming in the beginning. Is this the same feeling?
No.
Or do they ease you into it?
I think they ease you into it a lot better. We
just get past that dinosaur moment and then...
Yeah, well, we skipped ahead, though, to be fair.
True,
like, they do sort of bring you to New Los Angeles. They bring you through showing you around. I will say there aren't multiple towns. This is the only place I've discovered that you can kind of rest and come take on quests and kind of help people. But that isn't to say that there aren't still interesting characters and things to do. There's a lot to do. There's tons of quests to pick up. There are stations that you could just pick up mountains of quests. A lot of them focus around material acquisition. Some focus around eliminating certain enemies, addressing certain people's needs, things that they want, things like that.
What was the level of that monster we actually managed to kill that was higher level than us? Was that like 16?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
no, he wasn't. It wasn't too strong.
Little Knight was asking how many level higher do you think you can take on? So yeah, we were. That was about 5 levels higher than us.
Yeah, maybe 5, and I think that was still pretty close. And we were nailing sort of soul voice at that point. I should have done this camera movement thing when we were at the other zones. I'm gonna actually go back to them, so I'm gonna fast travel really quick.
Where are we going this time?
Hang in there. No. Whatever it was.
Mushroom Jungle.
Got it. Knock. Ooh, wait. I'm not
hitting.
To me. Well, I'm trying to. 1 second. I need to double check something really quick. Sorry, this is taking a moment. I'm just going to zoom in because I'm tapping on the wrong part of this location.
Tapping.
Yeah, I may have screwed up there. Yeah, right now it's trying to give me... No, I'm not going to do this now. All right, actually, let me back off of that one. Let's go back to this location instead. And I'm going to have to zoom out here.
Jeez, it looks
to find
terrifying when you zoom out.
It's really big. Yeah, this map is crazy
I like
large.
how they still kind of compartmentalize it into little hexagons.
Yeah.
So it's not too terrifying because you're like, okay,
yeah, it's not too
nodes.
intimidating. Actually, I'm just going to go back to Primordia. This is not... I don't think I activated those fast travel zones after all. I can't fast travel from this camera. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this.
Can't fast travel from Google Maps.
Yeah. They're like, nope, not a thing. All right, now we're skip traveling. Sorry about that. Took a minute.
That's okay.
There's a language barrier here. So I was like, wait, why isn't this working? I will say, though, this is not the first game I've taken this approach with. I also did this with Tomodachi Life, which was called Tomodachi Collection in Japan. And it is really fun to kind of test game systems. At least I find it fun to test game systems. When you take away language, are you still able to understand ultimately what this wants from you and how to play it? And with Tomodachi Collection, that was a tall order. But it worked out.
You get another Miiverse post.
Yes.
I'll tell you something.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of different things to say. So just showing you again, this is sort of a scout cam you can use to just get a better sense of your bearings in case you want to see where you are. Also, if you want some help and aren't sure where to go, we showed earlier that you do have sort of a system in place that will...
Your Prince of Persia orb?
Yeah, your Prince of Persia orb. I didn't play you're talking about the Prince of Persia reboot, right? The one where they made it very
stylistic, very
very stylized art. That was
Yeah.
actually the last Prince of Persia, one of the last like big console Prince of Persias. That
Yeah, I
can
mean,
think
like they
of.
had like kind of like a movie tie-in one. There was one that took place between that trilogy that they established, which is okay.
Yep,
But yeah, I
absolutely.
really wish they'll make another one sometime soon.
We haven't had a squad mission in a while. I'm a bit sad
Yeah,
by
where
that.
my squad at?
Yeah, where is my squad at? Hang on. Actually, the mission that I'm on right now, the quest that I have active right now, wants me to go back to this location, so I'm just gonna handle it.
When you roll into Noctilum with the whole squad with you.
Pretty much, right? Pretty much. Don't forget to tweet at #IGNPlaysLive.
Talk to
you can be a
us.
part of this
Ask us
conversation.
really
Ask us
silly
questions.
things.
We will try our best to answer them, or give us challenges to do, in case you want to get a better look at Xenoblade
Somebody,
in the realm of what we can realistically deliver.
someone noticed that they said that when you jumped into a different level, you jumped into a barrier that appeared out of nowhere. What was that about?
A barrier
like
that
a
appeared out of
invisible
nowhere?
wall, maybe.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know what he was referencing.
I'm not sure either, actually. If you can restate or just kind of clarify that question a little bit, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's also worried about texture popping. Keep
It
in mind,
happens.
This
It
is a
happens.
very big world that's
Yeah.
loading seamlessly.
I can't act like that it's not a thing. It does
Yeah.
happen, but if you install those texture packs, it happens. It kind of flashes quicker. But yeah, it's there. Oh, that's what I'm here to pick up. Let's get it.
Red gem.
And our quest is
Yay.
complete. Se acabó. All right, let's move on then. Actually, I haven't been showing off sort of the quest log itself. There is a lot to do.
Oh wow!
Each one of these is a different quest with a reward. A lot of them are side quests. Get ready for a lot of side quests. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
Have you seen most of the quests being like fetch in their nature?
Very fetchy. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna pretend that's not a thing. Very fetch questy in nature. But that isn't always a bad thing, I don't think. Like, it really depends on your tolerance level for that stuff. But it hasn't really bugged me. So we're fast traveling to Blade. Blade is the organization that plays a major role in the story.
Yeah, you said there was different unions, NLA and Blade.
Yes, yeah, there are different organizations within Blade. Yeah. What about them?
And then you can recruit companions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've read, that
Yep.
they are liaisons, I guess you could call them.
Yep, absolutely.
And you get they'll join your party, which adds a little more customization, because not only you customize your character, you customize who you can then recruit based
Yep.
on your choices.
Absolutely true. And just like in Xenoblade, you may have missed this earlier in the stream, but we're just going to show you in Xenoblade Chronicles. There are certain moments in the story that you can initiate based on your relationship.
She don't love you enough.
Yeah, she just doesn't.
She's not into you.
And for good reason. We barely know each other. We've only been playing this
I
game
don't remember
for
her
5
name.
hours. Yeah. And these ultimately advance your relationships. They present like certain parts of the story. And here's recruiting.
Wow.
You can recruit these avatars,
Wow.
pull them in, get some help. So let's grab this one. And you can swap out your entire main party and pull these guys in instead if you're pleased with what you see, or, you know, of what they bring. So I'm going to bring this one in. She's a rank 10. In her, I think that's the starting class right there. Nope, I don't want to exit. Let's pull these in.
At iSuperPingu asks about the optional loading download. Yes, we did download the optional
Yeah, we
loading
have.
things, and it is worth downloading. I can tell you, makes things a lot faster.
Yeah, without it, we would be staring at loading screens a lot longer.
Yeah.
Should we recruit him?
And
He's
no one
only
likes
rank
loading
1
screens.
in his current profession.
He's level no.
Yeah, sorry, you're not up to snuff. All right, let's see
Get out.
who else is here.
At Tortellini Butt says, "Do you see any similarities to the original Xenoblade in any aspects besides the fighting?"
Not really. I think overall well, similarities in like a big open quest system. I will say though, the way I remember Xenoblade, you didn't always have to return quests directly to the person who gave it to you, and then this one I'm seeing a lot more of that. But I haven't played enough. So there's that. It does sort of have that Xenoblade feel, Xenoblade Chronicles feel, and it's a big space. I think that's ultimately really cool. I think I'm going to pull this guy in instead. she's just not. She's ranked 10 in what looks like the starting class. I'm just not feeling it. Not really.
Not really feeling it.
Not at all.
How many times have we put that in this stream?
Just twice. This is the second time. James will tell you. Yeah. Right, James?
We have reached our quota.
Yeah, we have reached our quota. No more Shulk references in this stream. Let's see. Oh, you can also customize the blade base. Let's go over here.
The entire base?
Yes and no. Within reason. Like, so there are different sections of the base, and you can say, okay, I want the walls to be darker.
Whoa, that is pretty cool.
Yep. So you can, but it's really just these, from white walls to dark walls.
Yeah.
So you can make emo blade instead of Xenoblade.
Blade, the home of the edgy.
Yeah.
The edgy guardians.
Yep, edgy guardians. Yep. So there is small layers of that
Black like my
to talk
soul.
about. Yeah, pretty much. Anyone who reviews video games has a black soul.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. All right. I believe it even includes changing logos and things like that. Oh, no. We're just changing the other rooms at this point. Yep. There are the three locations.
I did like that added boost
Oh, wait
to
a
being
second.
able to make your home look nice. Let's go full on Sims
Yeah,
mode.
and you can look around a little, too, and just sort of get a look at other sections of the same room and how your changes ultimately influence it. There are other categories to unlock, too, but that's a cool little feature.
A question I have about the party people you were taking on in your team.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find people who are like vastly over leveled, or is it always scaled down to your
That's a
level?
great question. It seems to keep them within a certain zone, like a certain area, rather.
No power leveling.
No, yeah, you're not going to pull in someone who's that high of a level. At least I haven't seen an example of that. No. Yeah, so I wouldn't. If you're trying to work the system, it's not happening, at least to my knowledge. If you know different, tweet at us. Hashtag IGN Plays Live. We will, of course, address your feedback as part of what we're doing. Oh, I just want one of these skulls. This is so painful. Oh, and the textures didn't pop in yet, so it was especially painful. Oh, let's get in. No, it's not happening. All right. We are coming up on the last 13 minutes of this
Can we go
stream.
fight that golem, please?
What golem?
The giant
Where?
tree golem.
What
In
zone was that?
Noctilum. When you first entered, on the right, there was a giant
Noctilum?
tree back. Noctilum.
Oh, that guy.
Mushroom jungle forest.
Sorry,
I want to see
don't
that
mean to
guy in
yawn.
action.
Okay, let's see.
That is my dying wish for this stream.
Your dying wish for the stream is to watch me get killed. Is that what you just said? Why do I put up with this? All right, I'm gonna mosey on over to that location.
The Skigu points out that the Prince of Persia ball was called the Nav ball in Treehouse Direct, the Navi of Xenoblade, minus the hay.
Thanks for the info. Yeah, no, and I think it's helpful. Sometimes, especially in Noctilum, I got really frustrated with, man, how do I get to this location they want me to get to? And it was really hard to sort of discover it, I have to be honest. Like, that part was really frustrating a little bit. But having that, at least it'll get me a little closer to the objective, and then I could choose when to use it and when not to. I think that's still helpful, especially when the geometry to a space gets this complex. Which, remember, if you were looking earlier, kids, this place is very vertical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
At Ace Tech HT just gave me a really good video idea. Can you create Shulk in the character creator?
Oh, I've seen people make sort of their knockoffs of Solid Snake. I don't know if there's parts for Shulk.
I would
don't
like to
recall.
try, and if I can, I will make a video out of that.
Yeah, we can. No, absolutely. Make Hulk Hogan in Xenoblade.
Also,
That's what we'll
at
do.
Nick MCD27 says, "Are you going to do a comparison video of the load times for the various HT installs?"
Oh, we could if you really want that. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. A video where we make you watch loading screens seems a bit mean.
Yeah, maybe just an article. We'll try and figure that out and see if we can get it to you in
Yeah,
some form.
for sure.
That's definitely something that worth knowing.
I mean, it's taking up enough space on this hard drive that it better be
Yeah.
a significant difference. But I would imagine it is surprising too that all of those data packs, you have to go on the eShop to get them. They're not on a separate disk or on the disk itself. Like, it's not installing those packs from the disk, and I thought that was a bit weird. But, you know, that DLC is probably going to make its way over here as well to North America. It's just a matter of how they're going to roll it out. Knowing Nintendo, they'll bundle it, but, you know, take how DLC got handled in Fantasy Life, a game that, you know, Nintendo didn't directly make. You were able to still buy that expansion. And there was DLC for Fire Emblem Awakening. There might be a lot of DLC for the next Fire Emblem. There's still a lot of questions remaining on that as well.
Okay, where's that going though?
I don't know. So these creatures move a lot too. So
okay, but that one was guarding the cave. Go back the other way.
This way? Yeah. Are you sure this is where we were?
I'm having better bearings. Keep going left.
Having better bearings.
Yes. I'm an expert explorer in most video games. So.
Hey James, when we put together these live streams, do we open up some of the game choices to can the community suggest games? Is that a thing we ever try? Not yet, but maybe one day in the future. So if you have an idea for an IGN Plays Live, you should tweet at us at IGN.
Left.
The hashtag IGN Plays Live. We're always open to consideration, but ultimately
left.
What left? Okay. Can I kill the spider? I want to work on the quest.
We don't have time for spiders.
But there's 49
like 10
minutes to the squad mission.
We got like 10 minutes left.
To the stream?
This is
Oh, okay.
Someone just asked, they missed earlier, the data packs. The data packs, basically, they are free DLC you can install on the eShop that drastically reduce loading times for different features of the game.
Okay, I'm just going to try and help you find this creature that you want to kill me. Hang on, I'm going to deploy cam. I'm going to deploy the camera.
Oh, nice.
Trying to help you out, man.
Okay.
Doesn't mean we're going to spot it.
No.
We're looking for Bigfoot right now, the way this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't find it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're too far up. We got to go back down to the...
Okay.
Okay, go back.
Which way?
Left.
Left?
Go back down the thing. Yeah, towards there.
Okay. Jumping.
I want to say, get to there and then go left when you get past that body of water.
Okay. I'm doing it. Oh, these things are going to aggro. I know it.
They're not. You go.
Yes, they did. What did I say? It's all right. We can run. Run away.
Yeah, I think he's up there on that ledge.
Up there?
Yeah, past the level 40. Past the level 45s.
All right, let's see.
See, left. Go, quick.
Wait, I'm going.
Right there.
No.
I see him.
And I died on the way. You want me to fight that?
I do. All or nothing.
Oh,
Get out of the way. We're not trying to fight you, you loser.
All right, wait. I got to run away from what I've aggroed right now.
So to answer people...
Oh, no. No, don't. Oh, he killed the girl.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay.
This is all part of the plan.
No, it's not.
A necessary sacrifice.
All right. Well, up.
No!
And...
We didn't even get him to... We just watched us die.
I'm sorry, people. Clearly, I must play better.
You win
Brendan.
this time, Golem.
So that's that. You call him Golem?
Well,
should we try and find him again?
Tree back Golem.
Do we have enough time to find him again?
But we still have 8 minutes.
I just got the weirdest look from one of our video people, and I don't know why. And I don't want to ask why. I'm just gonna keep going. Sorry, James. It wasn't James who did it. He's a level 11. Let's just handle him.
I hate the spiders.
Last questions. You better get them in. The stream's about to end.
Yeah, if you see us talking again, it'll probably be a repeat, which means we can't actually answer your questions.
Yep. So if you've been tweeting furiously and going, why won't they answer?
If it's past 3 o'clock, sorry.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
Catch us next time, which is every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right here.
I got that right?
Yeah,
I got that right.
Yeah, and Tuesday we're streaming Splatoon, which you should absolutely come check out.
I'm
going to
help,
any
but not
questions
here.
about that game, yeah, we're going to be playing multiplayer. We're going to show you Booyah Base. We're going to show you some single player. We're going to try and show you some amiibo challenges. We got a ton of stuff to show you.
Wednesday, we got Heroes of the Storm.
That's right.
Friday, we got Witcher.
Okay.
3.
I guess I should save because we just earned a few levels, so why not? This is save. Let's just do that really quick.
Shame something happened to
that. Yep. Especially because we're trying to get Skells for a cool IGN preview in the future. We're going to do that for you folks, we promise. Let's loot
this is a good
treasure.
question. At Omer Yunus, he has asked, it's probably hard for you to understand, but how has the main story been so far? Based on emotions and
based on
things.
what are you trying to say?
Based on pantomiming.
It's interesting. I mean, I did meet an early boss who I can't tell what her problem is, but she is one of the aliens. She is part of the alien race that shot us down. And so that's been interesting. I can't really speak to the quality of the story, honestly. It's just that language barrier. But I will say that there are a lot of cutscenes to watch. This game is a little chatty. If you played Xeno Saga, it's close to that, I want to say, but not really. It depends on the scene. There is a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of quests to jump into. I'm going to pick a fight with a unicorn. But but at the end of the day, oh, man.
Skewered on a horn.
He was not having it at all.
I think he just shot rockets from his back.
Yep, and we've got 5 minutes left to the stream. Yeah, so I can't really talk to the quality of the
I
story.
would love it if
the cutscenes look great, though.
Even if the game was in English, there would still be a language barrier from the aliens, so she'd just scream at you like, I don't understand what you're saying. Why are you so mad at me?
I will say that boss encounter that I'm trying to not give away too much information about. One thing that I did notice, it was really difficult. Like I kept losing because it was a slightly higher level than me, and what ended up happening was a window popped up sort of asking, I guess it sort of lowered the difficulty a little bit on that boss for me because I died so many times. So in a very Nintendo-like vibe that happened. Because then when after I agreed to whatever they wanted,
did Rosalina come out?
She just that boss got crushed. Like we got through it.
I would have loved it. Like, do you want Luigi to help you in this fight?
Oh yeah, right. It's the super guide of Xenoblades. Yeah, I know, absolutely. Everybody remembers what super guide is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and we got killed again because that was a 35. I'm giving you all the deaths you want right now.
I love it.
So we're wrapping this up. This has been IGN Plays Live. We have been playing Xenoblade X, which is available right now in Japan. You might know it under the English name Xenoblade Chronicles X, and we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
We've made it through the stream. Sorry we didn't have Skells. We're gonna have that in the future on IGN. Make sure you stick around because we will be looping this stream. We're also streaming 3 days a week. What days are those?
Those days are Tuesday.
Yep.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Friday.
All right. This Tuesday, we've got Splatoon happening. So make sure you're here for our hour-long stream. We're going to show you as much of that game as we can. Then on Wednesday, you're going to see Heroes of the Storm. And Friday next week, we're streaming Witcher 3. I believe it's the console version, but you never know. It might be PC as well. So make sure you stick around. Don't go anywhere or keep coming back for all your video game needs. You can keep it right here at IGN.